Sunday. I'm in the shop today because it's raining. What I'm going to do today is work on this four-wheeler. It's a Honda Foreman Rubicon 2002 model. It's well worn, and I couldn't get the starter to turn it over the other day. So what I'm going to do is try to figure out what's wrong with it. And I looked on YouTube, couldn't find one video on this model. So I decided to make one as I figure out what's wrong with it. But basically, what's going on right now, if you turn on the key and press the starter, you can listen. All you can hear is the solenoid closing. So, I'll get my continuity tester right over here. What I'm going to do is prove the voltage is going to the starter. So I'm going to zoom in here in a minute, but the starter's right here on the side. It's really easy to get to. I'm going to put on this continuity tester the positive side to the nut right on top of the starter. And I'm going to ground the other side somewhere. And we'll push the button. And we'll see if this lights up. If it does light up, that means it's getting power to the starter. Turn the key on, that help. That means we're getting power all the way down to the starter, but it's not turning it over. Another thing is, whenever we were starting this lately, it kind of acted weird when it was trying to start. It kind of seems like the starter was going backwards sometimes. Not sure. So anyway, now what I'm going to do is pull the starter off. Next step. And it's just looks like it's got two mounting brackets, two mounting bolts on the starter. And I don't know if I'll have to take this part apart or not, but we'll get started on it. My first problem I encountered was you have to get a backup on this nut for the starter lead. So I went and got this really, really thin wrench. I don't even know what it looks like. Maybe it went to a rod and reel, but it will fit right here on this nut. Now I can probably break this loose. I use 10. It's number 10 millimeter. Alright, that broke that loose. Alright, I've disconnected the lead to the starter. Tuck that out of the way. And now there's two bolts here. Looks like that's all that's holding this in. Don't feel anything on the back side. And it also has number 10 millimeter. So I'm just using a little 1/4 inch socket set because there shouldn't be much torque on it. There's one. Of course, this is too long for the other one. So these little bolts right in here is what I'm trying to get loose. It's cloudy today, so I don't have much light to work with here. Alright, so now I've got the two bolts off holding that starter. The only two I could see. Oh yeah, it's already wiggling. So, let me see if I can wiggle it out of there. And it comes right out. That's good. So there's the starter. There's the terminal. And the starter doesn't move. So what we can do is check the starter. So what we got now is I'm going to test the starter right here by holding it. I'm just going to hook, I got a battery charger. I'm going to hook that there. Yeah, it doesn't, nothing's happening. Starter is definitely dead. Okay, so I've got the starter off, and I checked the rotation of the starter, and there's all manners of chaos going on inside of it, so I'm going to have to take it apart. Okay, I went to my toolbox and I got a 9/32 nut driver, which fits these two end bolts that run through probably all the way through the stator to the back of the motor. I hadn't had this part yet, but we'll open this dude up and see what it's made out of. This is what I used to do when I was a kid, tear stuff up. So what I'm going to do before I open it up is I'm going to score it like right along this bolt right here and into this case, so I can put it back just like I found it. Now when you take something like this apart, you got to pay attention. Didn't smell too healthy. Pay attention to the way it goes apart, goes back together. That's a little thrust washer, I guess. That goes like that. Now I'm going to pull the back part. Alright. Oh yeah. Okay, so like I say, there's parts falling off all in here. Looks like I'm going to have to buy a new starter, but if you could see that right there. I think we call this a commutator. You can see that some of the copper has been, somehow or another it came loose. More than likely. Yep, that's what I figured. All sorts of stuff coming out of this dude, so it's shot. So I'm going to have to order another starter. Since it's a Honda, no telling what that's going to cost. So we got the starter in from Mountain Power Systems. I think it was $53. Took about, I think I ordered it on Monday. Today's Wednesday. Packing. Alright. Mounting is probably the most important part. It's the same. That's the water seal there. There it is. Okay, so one of the tricks my wife just pointed out is you have to, when you push that starter in, wiggle it back and push down on the bolts until they slide in their hole, because when you push it all the way in, you're too far this way. So we're about ready to test it. All right. We'll see if it turns it over.